10,000 years ago. There ain't nothing in this world that I don't know. I saw Peter, Paul, and Moses playing Ring Around the Roses, and I'll lick the guy that says 'tain't so. I'm the man what drove the mules around the world. Yeah, right. I'm the man what drove the mules around the world. Sure. Well, I drove them up and down it, turned them around and drove them round it, and I'll lick the guy that says 'tain't so. Giddy up, giddy up. I saw Noah when he built his mighty ark. I'm the guy that climbed the border after dark. Well, I saw him when he nailed it, saw him horses sailing, and I'll lick the guy that says 'tain't so. I'm the man what drove the mules around the world. Yeah, right. I'm the man what drove the mules around the world. Sure. Well, I drove them up and down it, turned them around and drove them round it, and I'll lick the guy that says 'tain't so. You the man. Well, I taught Solomon how to say his ABCs. I taught Columbus how to sail the 7 seas. I taught philosophy to Homer, helped the British whip the Romans, and I'll lick the guy that says 'tain't so. I'm the man what drove the mules around the world. Yeah, right. I'm the man what drove the mules around the world. Sure. Well, I drove them up and down it, turned them around and drove them round it, and I'll lick the guy that says 'tain't so. And I'll lick the guy that says 'tain't so, 'tain't so.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep her in a way, let her by. I didn't say bye, I said she's a dry. Wait here, darling, and I'll be right back. 3 hours later when I'm fighting mad, 'cause he forgot about me, but he's so dang sorry. Keep on riding towards that patch of sage. Don't you think that's a little vague, considering that we live sagebrush sea? All the little things that keep you loving me. Trying real hard to find a place to go with the cow boss trailing in 3 feet of snow. Can't get my buckles unclipped, it's too dang cold. You're just sitting there starting to laugh when you see how many layers of clothing I have. Sometimes it's hard to be the only girl. Yes, I washed your red book in the washing machine. I was trying to get take off of your boots. All the little things that keep me loving you. Darling, let's go take a ride. It'll be real romantic here right by my side. And I'm sure you wouldn't mind opening the gates. And if you head this one, I'll catch your two back feet, and together we can lay her down real nice and sweet. And I think we make a heck of a team. When we're holding hands at the end of the day, 'cause we're too tired for fighting now anyway. I can tell by the look in your eyes you love me too. All the little things that keep me loving you. And would you go and grab that old black cow? I know there's 1,000 of them out there anyhow. Guess I should know which one you're referring to. All the little things that keep me loving you. So if you wanna know if you love your man, try working cattle hand in hand. And if you're both still alive at the end of the day, well, you're a match made in heaven, the good old cowboy way. Idle-lady-odle-lo.
Butters on the sky, burning in your eyes. You look at me, and babe, I wanna catch on fire. It's buried in my soul, like California gold. You found the light in me that I couldn't find. So when I'm all choked up, but I can't find the words. Every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Lovers in the night, poets trying to write. We don't know how to rhyme, but damn, we try. But all I really know, you're where I wanna go. The part of me that you will never die. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts.
I'll tell you a story that'll thrill you, I know, of a horse I once owned a long time ago. You'll gaze at his picture with wandering eyes, then at the arrow that hangs by his side. Swift as an antelope and black as a crow, with a star on his forehead as white as the snow. His arched neck was covered with a dark flowing mane. I called him Petonio, the pride of the plain. The country was new and the settlers were scarce. The Indians on the warpath were savage and fierce. Though the scouts were sent out every day from the fort, yet they never returned and we knew they were lost. One day the captain says someone must go across the dark borders of New Mexico. A dozen young fellows straight away answered here, but the captain spied me, I was standing right near. Petonio was by me, his nose in my hand. Said the captain, your horse is the best in the land. You're good for the ride, you're the lightest man here. On the back of that Mustang you have nothing to fear. Proud of my pony, I answered, you know, Petonio and I are both willing to go. For speed and endurance I'll trust in my black. Then they all shook my hand and I mounted his back. Turned down the dark pathway, turned his head to the right. The black struck a trot and he kept it all night. When far back behind me I heard a shrill wail, I knew that the Indians were hot on my trail. I jingled the bells at the end of his rein, spoke his name softly and stroked his dark mane. Petonio, he answered with a nod of his head. His dark body lengthened as faster we sped. We were leaving the Indians, the story was plain. The arrows fell around us like torrents of rain. Petonio, he stumbled and I knew he was hurt, but still he raced onward and into the fort. I delivered the message, then turned to dismount, but the pain in my foot was so bad I could not. The arrow you see hanging there on the wall had passed through my foot, saddle, stirrup, and all. With good care and patience, Pat and I were soon well. Of his death many years later I will not try to tell. Of all the fine horses I've rode o'er the range, there was none like Petonio, the pride of the plain.
Of green pastures to where the sagebrush meets the pine, we'll do our bidding to the land we'll leave behind. Welcome in the highlands and the summer days so long, little piece of heaven sitting on the cowboy's throne, looking for the solace in my soul. Smile as I listen to my pony's cricket roll. From the misty haze of twilight, when the night horse rings her bell, roll it up, saddle up and hit that 11 trail, and ride off towards the mountains and the snow-capped covered peaks, hoping that beyond the pass you're waiting there for me to put an end to this long and lonely road. Smile as I listen to my pony's cricket roll. Deserts of Nevada to the dreams in Idaho, paradise to Cammy High. These trails all lead you home, and I'm through with days of wandering, so I'm coming home to stay. The only view I need is looking through the years of that old bay, waiting for the solace in my soul. Smile as I listen to my pony's cricket roll. I found the solace in my soul. Smile as I listen to my pony's cricket roll.
Nobody seems to listen. No one ever smiles the way that you do. So I guess you'll never hear me on the radio. And I'd give up this crazy dream of mine to hold you once more. Always be